Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planet Head. It has been 2 days since my last video. Normally I like to do one each night, but last night, well, I'll explain it here in a little while. I missed a video and I'm fine with that. Um, no idea how long tonight will be, probably not too long. I will be playing a little bit later on, but my original thought was to jump back in and make a run toward uh, HiSec through some wormholes. And do some gameplay that way. But while I was out starting to scan around, um, there was another guy scanning in the same area and um, moving in and out of systems, and I couldn't pinpoint whether or not he was hostile or not. So I thought I'd give it a little while, but it is 9 o'clock p.m. my time on the last night before my last day of my work week. So I'm a bit tired. So I'm not real focused, which gets me into trouble. Um, so what I thought I would do was just pull up, say hi to everybody. And I do have two things that uh, I thought might be helpful to anybody who's bored and things that I'm going to be using. One of them, the first one, is really cool. And it's something that two of the guys in my comment section sent to me, and I'm going to start using it. If you like looking at Eve or the pictures or the prettiness, or even trying to make some videos, it is the hotkeys Control F9. If you've seen my opening video, you can see where I've been taking screenshots and then adjusting and trying things, but I'm not very good at it. It's still got, I try to minimize everything on my screen, but then it's still got a few things. Um, but if you hit Control F9, I better put my local back up or I'm stupid. Um, Local, there we are. Get, um, if you hit Control F9, so I'm going to hold down Control, hit F9, notice everything goes away. So if you ever want to take some really cool videos of Eve, you can do it this way. Now you still have the cursor here, but you can still move some stuff around. The only negative here is you can't see your local bar, so you don't know if somebody's about to kill you. But you can record stuff like this, and I'm going to be using this a lot. I really had a lot of fun last week making the new last weekend making the new intro, and I want to start doing more cinematics, and this is really going to help, I think. Um, uh, so let's go ahead, and then if you hit Control F9 again, boop, there we go, comes right back up. So let's just take a quick look here. So I'm going to fly around a little bit, and I'll show you how much of a difference it makes, especially if you're wanting to make videos. So, there we go. So let's say I got nobody in system right now. So last week when I was making the video with my intro, I had undocked here and was trying to get a good angle on the station and that I could record it at. But then I also had some boxes up, so I had to minimize those. And you have no idea how much time it took me to get back and forth, but I still had this middle section here. But let's say we back up here. See how pretty that is right there? Especially when you got some really cool graphics. I'll hit Control F9. Boom. Now look at it. That is awesome. So thank you so much, guys, for letting me know. One guy said it was a game changer, and he is 100% right. Look at that. That's freaking awesome. So I might start doing a lot more videos this way. I really enjoy one of my. I started talking about resetting my. You can still dock up here, I guess. Will work. Am I turning around? I am. Sweet. Um, I'm going back to the basics of making the videos, and I've got three pillars in my head. I've mentioned two of them, and I'll mention the third one over the weekend. But I'm basically refocusing to the original reason I'm making the videos. and trying to make them better versus making large. Just keep it. I brainstorm a lot. The first one being I wanted to learn how to make videos, not YouTube videos, just videos. I'm fascinated with watching YouTube or other video channels, especially when somebody takes a show they really like. Thank you. Um, and they clip it apart and they put music over the top of it. I'm fascinated with that. It's like I've always loved montages in movies, so I'd like to start doing that with Eve. And you guys telling me about this in the comment section was awesome. It really is a game changer for me. So I'm going to start using that a lot. So I really appreciate that. The second one is the reason why I wasn't playing yesterday, because while I was at work on break, I would never look at Eve stuff while I was working. Just if there's anybody I work with that watches this, I would never do that. I doubt anybody I work with would watch any of my videos. Um, they're kind of boring. Um, Long story short, I was at lunch with my laptop, and now I'm sure maybe you guys have seen this before. If not, I'm kind of amazed I never saw it. Um, I was kind of doing a little bit of research on the Eve lore. A couple of days ago, I posted up a kind of a cool little. I was looking for an Eve timeline, and I found this. I showed you guys this the other day. It was something that a guy made years ago. Looks like last time it was updated might have been, if I'm right by this, 2019. But he took kind of a spreadsheet and wrote down the four factions here and put the events. And from the very beginning, even before uh, when they were, whenever humans were still in Earth space in our solar system. And so I really kind of liked this. This was kind of neat. I learned a lot from it. So I was doing a little bit more research. And this is straight off the Eve page, eveonline.com. If you go to, wait, did I show you guys it? I had it on the wrong screen. I'm sorry. So I'm got to stop doing that. This is the timeline here that I found. Sorry about that. Um, Really kind of cool. I thought, wow, this would be kind of cool to start building off of. It gives you a nice little firm um, base, like a foundation to work with. Because, like I said, he started at uh, 2739. I know there's a ton of people out there that do lore and tell the story of Eve. I'm not a huge reader, but I am a spreadsheet guy. So this got me interested. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I could just go, the Amar, this is how they took over the everything. So I found that the other day, and that kind of got me going. And then right off the Eve site, um, you can go to, well, I'll just show you here. Here's the Eve site here. There we go. Close that. Because you don't need to know my personal email stuff. So this is the main Eve site. Woohoo! Just a little bit of a reminder, the only one I'll ever promote that 50. I haven't actually bought it yet. I have 3 days to buy it. I've been lazy. But you can get the 50% off your multi-character training. You know I have my 2 characters on my main account, so I'll be getting that soon. It's the only one I ever promote. You can do whatever percentages are. It's the one I use. Um, but if you go into Discover Eve, if I remember correctly, and wait, was it Discover? Yeah, Discover Eve, and then go into Eve Universe. It will pull up the next site, and this has a bunch of the regular latest stories. People have written some chronicles, stuff like that. But the thing I went down a rabbit hole, and it's why I wasn't doing a video last night. That's the same site, that page that I had. Is this right here. If you go to Eve Universe and click on lore, it is an alphabetical. It goes alphabetical. It's not it's chronologistic. Wow, I am tired. It goes in alphabetical order. So basically, there are a ton of articles in here telling different stories. If you notice here, there's 34 pages of different things that are out here. Um, you guys know me, I just left Iridia a little while ago. So I actually found one of these pages that talked about Iridia. I went down that wormhole. It was kind of short, but it really described Iridia and its origins, and how the Amar found it. And then on a side note, it went off to the Seventh Fleet here. So I pulled up this article. I was reading it, and you can just keep going right down the line here and clicking on different things. And I went down that rabbit hole, and it goes along my second pillar. My first pillar being that I want to learn how to make videos. The second pillar for me is having fun and learning new things. And this was really kind of cool. I don't know if you're up for reading, or it's kind of like reading the Encyclopedia of Eve, you know? It's not in the correct order, but you can really just kind of look up a few things. And I really liked reading this small history of the Seventh Fleet. It was a nice little break for lunch. And then it gave me a lot of different things to jump off of here to look at. Um, so I really enjoyed this. If it's something that you guys like, please do. If there's other great lore areas, let me know. I'm not a huge fiction fan. I like reading histories. Um, I like I understand people like to make stories about things. I know History of Eve is basically fiction, but I like reading things like this. I remember my parents buying the old Encyclopedia Britannica when I was a kid, and I would just read all of that all the time. So, but if you like that sort of thing and you haven't seen these articles, and if you're just bored, I wouldn't say just pull it up to have fun, but if you are just bored, you got your phone out and you're at lunch like I do a lot, um, or you have a laptop or something, or whatever. These are pretty cool articles, and I may use this in some of my videos. I don't know. It got my brain going a little bit. So that is the other thing I came up with here. Um, I am going to play a little bit more tonight and tomorrow. I will say this: what ends up happening is I work 4-day work weeks, 12 hours a day, and yep, there's another guy who's just been in and out of the system. So that's why I'm not out right now. Um, Normally on Saturday nights, Friday nights, Friday night is my last day. And I usually stay up late playing Eve. So I usually get about 5 hours of sleep on my days that I work. Um, so by the time I get to the last day of work, I am beat tired and like I am right now. So I'm really kind of looking forward to this weekend to making some good videos. And I've got some ideas, but I want to be awake when I do them. So sorry for the short video. I hope you guys are doing really well. Um, if you want to join in the Discord channel, that should be in the description. If you want to join our regular channel, I have our in-game channel. It's Five Bones here. And you'll see here in the description, it is not a recruitment channel. It's just people who want to join in and hang out and talk. A lot of the guys in here are in the Discord channel. It's not very big, but we hang out and we talk a little bit. So I'd like to see anybody who's positive join in there. Okay, that's all I got for tonight. I wish I had more. I am going to play a little bit more. I might play a little bit of The Long Dark. I got some mint chocolate chip ice cream that I'm going to hang out with, and we're going to be friends for a little while later on, and then I'm going to go to bed. And I got a lot of teaching I got to do tomorrow. It just seems like they keep hiring people. Huh. Alrighty. Um, and maybe this weekend I'll talk about my third pillar that I'm holding myself to with these videos. So that's about it. Hey guys, fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however you want. You guys have a great evening, and if I don't talk to you, have a great weekend. Have a good one. Bye bye.